All right, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants with your Week 6 film review. And the Giants are 5-1, and it feels damn good. Going 50-50 this week. We got half offense, half defensive plays. Defense, there's a good amount of negative plays we're going to go through, mostly in the run game. Just with what the Ravens do, it's so hard to defend. I thought Jalen Smith had a bad game overall, in coverage as well, too. And then offense, not the most creative stuff, but they were able to execute and block stuff up on third down and long, and that's where Daniel Jones has been really good these last few weeks, has been third down. That's why he's, top of the league the last few weeks and stats like EPA and CPOE. So we'll get into all of it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out all the other stuff on the channel. So let's get into it. Week 6. New York Giants. So first play, this is the play that everyone was like, wink, 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 and it's definitely cool. And it worked out on this play, which ended up forcing the Ravens out of field goal range and having to force a punt. So what do we have here? Well, we've got Kayvon, Dexter Lawrence, and O'Shane Ximines just in a line here. And what does it do versus the Ravens, who like to pull a lot of their guys? It just stops them from getting a clear look at what they're trying to block. And the Ravens end up running this ball on 3rd and 6. And it's just, the snap goes and you just go into all different gaps. Now, Lamar should have handed this off. He didn't. But you see, Kayvon's rushing to this gap. Rushing to this gap outside the tackle. Leonard Williams is shooting inside this gap. Dane Belton's playing the quarterback. Dex is playing the A-gap, O'Shane out here, and then Jihad Ward just comes crashing down, flying down the line of scrimmage, and you're able to get a negative play. Now, we're going to see the Giants get burnt on this defensive call later in the game, but good stuff. First third down of the game for the Giants offense, or this may be the second third down of the game. This is Daniel Jones trying to get the ball down deep, and just protection breaks down. This is some of the issues the Giants have had in their straight drop back offense. I think this was the only play where it really hindered it. The offensive line play hindered it this week. Like even that third down sack and 3rd and goal, a receiver fell down or was tripped up. So Marcus Johnson running this double move. Bam, bam. There you go. You got a step, you got it. And you even have Darius Slayton on this over route. Like Slayton, you could pull the trigger to this on Slayton if you have a little more time. You can't throw this ball to Slayton right now because the corner's reading the eyes of Daniel Jones, so he'll just sit on this. But if you just gave a little more time, I guarantee you this is probably where Daniel Jones would have rather went. But because of the pocket breaking down, he's had the force to get the ball out quick, and he gets hit, so it's a bad throw. So we'll see the protection up front. Ravens run a stunt game. 92 occupies Bredesen. And then JPP comes looping around. Glowinski just gets beat by Calais Campbell. And this is not like, oh, Calais Campbell's a beast. I get it. That's just a bad job by Glowinski. Like you gotta get your feet over, man. You're not gonna win from this position. And Jones has it raining down on him from both sides. I want to kind of kill Feliciano on this for not picking this up, but they did this a lot where when the linebacker or whoever was in front, his immediate threat would bounce out, like he would look towards the edge. I don't know if that's something they game plan, but if it's not, that's really bad by Feliciano. Like we don't need you out. We've got a tight end out here. We've got Andrew Thomas, and just like see what they're doing. Like, look, at this point, you know what they're doing. Jason Pierre-Paul didn't stop and turn his head this way to get a better view of the sideline. And even at this point, like, what? Come on, man. Come on. You're putting your key, that's yards. That's a big play. That's a punt. So just bad execution up front on that one. But I thought the offensive line did overall halfway decent in the drop back game this week. Next play, we're on defense. This was one of the few good run fits that the Giants had. And this is where you see the value of Leonard Williams. So the Ravens, they literally pulled on every single run except for one in this game. And a lot of times 2 guys pulling. So you see They got Kevin Zeitler and Morgan Moses pulling. Zeitler kicks out Kayvon. And the Giants are in a light box here. So this is, watch Leonard Williams. Like, he's pinned down. Fight over it. Fight over it, and allows Dane Belton to play outside of Moses and make this tackle. But if Ronnie Stanley, who's a good tackle, is able to pin this down and keep Leonard Williams pinned down, or, you know, whatever, fill in the blank that we've been playing at that position the last couple weeks with Leonard Williams out, well, then the running back has a two-way go, and he's going to cut this up. But credit to Leonard Williams on that, doing a really good job. Next play on the defense. Giants are in cover one, man coverage. We see we got man, you know, and then the deep safety. And then Dane Belton manned up on the back. Just one good man coverage all across the board. Like, the only look that Lamar has is this throw against Adoree Jackson, and he's able to recover because there's a QB hit on this, and then we'll see it from the end zone angle. Watch this side. Watch this. Watch Jihad Ward set this up. Watch him set this Dexter. So one, good job by Leonard Williams playing out on the edge, where, again, he's never going to get great pass protection out there, but he can push the pocket back. He can set the edge in the run game. So long-arming Stanley. And then Jihad Ward, just come in here and bust stuff up. Bam! That frees Dexter Lawrence. And he's able to get a QB hit on Lamar Jackson. And you got yourself an incompletion. Next, in the run game. Okay, so I told you we were going to go through some negative plays, but so far all positive. I think this is the best play of the year by O'Shane Ximines. Like, the sack versus the Panthers was, you know, it was a good job, but I wasn't super impressed by that. You know, the ripping Aaron Rodgers' arm off is cool, but at the end of the day, it's a Hail Mary. You know, like, it's not like he's just out there winning pass rush reps. But O'Shane, who can struggle as a run defender at times, this tight end's looking to pin him down. He does a great job scraping over this, but not getting too hot on this, and then get his hand into Andrews, squeeze down that, and then make this tackle for a loss. Like, I really think this is his best play of the year. Like, this is awesome. To scrape over the top. Like, I've seen Kayvon, since he's gotten back, get killed on this, and teams be able to get outside the tackles. Just good feet, foot, and hand usage all working in one. Again, I think that's O'Shane Ximines' best play of the season. Back on offense, this was what I thought was the only, like, bad read by Daniel Jones on the game. So this is 3rd down and 5. So if you look, it looks like they're trying to get some form of flood from the backside. Like, you got Richie James coming across here, Daniel Bellinger on this little, like, return, out route, and then you put Darius Slayton on this whip route. Does a great job. Now, I'm not expecting him to throw this to Slayton at this point, because he's reading this. Like, you want to read this high to low. Like, you're going 1, 2, 3. Hopefully, hoping to get it versus some zone coverage. So you read here, it's not there. Bellinger, you're not going to throw that ball to him in man coverage almost ever. But I feel like he bails out on this play. Like, at this point, you see, this is going to end up being bracketed. Bellinger's not going to win this, and it's a timing route, so you just don't trust Bellinger in those type of routes right now in his career. Just look over here. Like, you don't have to get this with perfect timing. Like, perfect timing would be throwing this ball right now. Flip the head, it's still there. It's still there, and I just think he gets to his check down too quickly. And even then, he throws this ball to Saquon. I think he could get Marcus Johnson on this backside dig. Now, that's literally the 5th wide receiver in the progression, so I'm not going to get on him for that. But this is the 3rd one, and I really think he could have gotten to this. And I think this was really the only, this is a bad read by Daniel Jones of the day. Gets the check to Saquon, completes it, but it's a yard short. You know, we'll see it from the other angle. And you can't say it's not part of the progression. Like, you're looking at it, he's reading, and I think he just gets off it quick. Like, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, so I'm not going to get on him from not throwing the ball to Marcus Johnson, but I will for him getting the slate. So, all right, next play on the defense. So we fell in love with this thing, right? Stacking these guys up. We fell in love with it. Well, the Ravens saw it and said, we're going to expose that. So you line up in the pistol, which, you have the running back behind the quarterback in shotgun. And the Giants are either running cover 2 man or robber with McKinney. Belton is responsible for the back and man coverage. Like, we're manned up here, man. But him being lined up on this side of the line of scrimmage, or this side of the formation, you motion Drake out there. I mean, you got a lot of open space. Now, you see, when they do this, love motions, I think he's telling Belton possibly that when they do this motion, like, McKinney should slam down, before the ball is even snapped. But that just, this is where you get yourself in a little bit of a bad situation running this defense. Drake is able to catch it and run for that first down. And then, we'll see it here. Again, it's like, this is cool until it's not. And so next play, you were just running 3 safety, 3 edge formation. So Dane Belton comes off the field. You bring some D linemen on the field. You had no linebackers on the field. Tay Crowder comes on the field. Now let's watch Xavier Mckinney on this play. See what he's doing? He's counting. He said, oh shit, we only got 10. There's only 10 players on the field right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then there's a corner over here. Watch McKinney. Count. Well, he's supposed to show that, but, and again, against this Ravens defense, where it's already hard enough because they screw up your gap responsibility. I mean, you're not going to win again, and they took advantage of it. I mean, Ricard kicks out. Ben Powers kicks out, gets that inside shoulder of Julian Love. Mark Andrews picks up Tay Crowder, and it's over. So that's huge. That's huge. Like, I hate using the word unacceptable because it's like, unless you're cutting a guy, like, what is unacceptable? But that's unacceptable. All right, back on the offense. What are we doing here? We got a 3rd and 14. This is where Daniel Jones has made his money the last couple weeks. 3rd and 14. We've got some type of zone. So this safety backs out. Kyle Hamilton works as like the, that Tampa 2 middle linebacker. They're running cover 2. So it's 3rd and 14. So the flat defenders are gonna follow these outside receivers. So just a good job by Slayton with his route cell. Like, cell vertical, outside release on this, and that pulls this defender out. And they run all curl, all hooks. So get into this blind spot of the corner, like you're selling vertical. Get 2 yards past the first down. Hook around and sit. And the ball's there, and you got yourself a 3rd and 14 conversion. That's really good stuff. Jones is reading Patrick Queen right here. You'll see it from the other angle, but he's just trying to keep this guy honest, and that gives yourself a window. Giants kept Bellinger and Saquon in for protection on this. You see. So they run a stunt. Bellinger's here to pick up the stunt. Evan Neal didn't need the help, but Saquon's there to help him. You got Glowinski and a Feliciano with a double, and this is just step up. Keep your eyes in the middle of the field, DJ, to keep 6 honest. Fired in there. First down. First down, New York Giants. Good stuff. Move the chains on a 3rd and 14. Next play, what do we have? Oh, this is that 32 personnel where you got 2 tight ends and then 3 tailbacks. You fake it to Brightwell, and then you have this naked boot. Saquon occupies the flat. Breida hits the wheel and puts the ball. I mean, this is cool. This is like draw it up in the backyard type stuff right here. And we'll see. I didn't clip it from this angle. We'll see how they get into this. But you get the Ravens in kind of an aggressive defense because you start this play out with Saquon and Wildcat. So you then switch the formation. Now we're running pistol with the other 2 tailbacks on each side. Fake this run. Suck up these linebackers. Saquon occupies the flat defender. Bellinger occupies this. And DJ just nice throw on the run. Just puts it right in there for Breida. He gets popped. But this is an awesome throw. Awesome catch. Hold on to it. And you get a first down. Next play. We got 3rd and long again, right? 3rd and 12. You got Wandale in the game. Only played 14 snaps. First down. How do we get to it? So maybe the Giants are running some form of like I don't know exactly what this concept is or what it's called, but you've got Bellinger on this cross clearing out this player, and the Ravens run a blitz into like a cover 3. So Slayton occupies this deep third corner. Bellinger occupies this. And then so you have the curl hook defender right here. And you get Wandale. Return route. You sell this speed out. Get him. Stop. Get in there. Catch the ball. And then get your yak for a first down. From the other side, from this angle, good protection up front. I mean, good job by Evan Neal. How about Saquon Barkley? This play doesn't happen if Saquon Barkley has a bad block. And this is where I was saying where I'm like, maybe this is something in the protection. Like, watch Feliciano just sets for Queen no matter what. Good job by Bredesen having awareness. You got yourself a pocket, a little bit of pressure from Patrick Queen versus Feliciano. Deliver this throw. First down. And now we got 3rd and goal at the 5. You're going to run this rub to Wandale. But you don't get offensive pass interference. Like, watch Sills. Not just a clear pass interference, just this little hitch. And then Wandale. Don't give the play away. The sell, like you're going to run some type of slant or maybe a corner. It allows this to muddy it up. I mean, you get right underneath it. Right underneath it. Bobbles it a little bit, but Wandale Robinson gets his first touchdown in the NFL, and we could celebrate. Giants on the in the end zone. All right, we are back on defense. So I want you to take a look at this. We've got a double stack box. What does that mean? Well, they have 5 blockers and Patrick Ricard. So how many defenders do we have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have not only every gap accounted for, we've got an extra defender in this with Belton. Now, Belton's going to be occupied by the motion. See, Leo's going to crash into this gap. Timon Fox does a really good job on this. Linderbaum's going to pull. And Belton's going to attack this outside shoulder. And Jalen Smith should have a tackle here. And I get that, you know, what they were taught this week is to play into these shoulders of these guards. But you got to trust that Belton's there and make a play. And he just plays into this. I thought Jalen Smith had a really bad game overall. Like he looked lost in coverage, and that's where his aggression can get you in trouble versus a team like this that just throws a lot of smoke and mirrors at you, and then has Mark Andrews as a tight end, and then another speedy tight end in Isaiah Likely. But he just gives them the run. Like he played his gap. He just played into into Linderbaum, the center. And I get that. It's like, when they're practicing this, like play into the inside shoulder. But not only does it play into the inside shoulder, like he takes him head on. And Kenyon Drake's able to sprout a big run. Next play. Dexter Lawrence sack. First of all, we got man coverage. Julian Love helps make this happen. Watch Julian Love. He's the robber on this. Playing from too high. He comes down. You've got Andrews on this. And then you put Isaiah Likely on this 5-yard Indy route. Close down this window to where Lamar is not going to want to throw it. And then on the other side, Dexter Lawrence finishes it off. Got him lined up here on our old friend Kevin Zeitler, friend of the show. He's been on Talking Giants. Keep these feet moving. Get your hands inside. And then watch that left hand. Bam. Watch that left hand. Pull. Right hand rip through. Keep the feet moving. And you got your sack. And you got one of my favorite dances in football. Bam. Good stuff. All right, back on offense, second half. This play, I don't know exactly what goes wrong on this. So, they're going to run under center play action. And if you guys watched the film review last week, they ran this Yankee concept where you have one player run the deep post and then the cross. The over route underneath, and Slayton was able to get open on the underneath. I think they were building off of this, but something just doesn't feel right, and the block and releases get screwed up too, but something doesn't feel right on this. So you think they're going to run this post, and then Wandale pops back out, and maybe he rounds this out a little bit too much, but this is kind of what you want, and Jones just tucks it. So something tells me something was off on this play. Now, unlike the Packers, their linebackers do a good job getting in depth and cutting this off. So kind of like the Cowboys did. So maybe that's like, okay, their linebackers got depth. I've got room to run. But you see, like Neal ends up on the ground. You get a sack. I don't know exactly what. Like I would love to. If I could ask a coach, I would love to hear what happened. And then you see the block and release get screwed up because Sills comes and slams this down. And you get yourself a sack. So I don't know what happens on this. Here, third and goal. Third and goal at the 5. It's 2 straight incompletions before this. And this is why I think Julian Love had an awesome game. Like plays like this, not just the interception. So they're going to run man coverage. The hardest route to cover on this is Julian Love because he's playing off right here. Then you get Isaiah Likely, who again we know him from Coastal Carolina. Guy's fast. If there's one thing he is, he's an athlete. And Love just good job and trail. Make a play on the ball. Giants run essentially a cover 0, but O'Shane pops out. So stops Lamar from scrambling, and you're going to see Kayvon make. Like let's look at Kayvon come across here. Like good hustle by Kayvon. Because if Kayvon doesn't this, maybe Lamar's like I can scoot this in for 6. Like you see, you got like essentially a cover 0 blitz, but O'Shane pops out. One closes the window for a second or so. Kayvon hustling. And it's not a good throw, but Love's there anyways. I mean, look at that diving. Like, you just got into the catch space. That's a really good play by Julian Love. Back on offense. Got a couple run plays I want to. The Giants run surge motion with Daniel Bellinger. Running power O. Nice run. Longest run of the day was 8 yards. So you have Bellinger kicking this out. And then Bredesen, Feliciano down block, Lewinsky down block, Bredesen pull, get to the inside shoulder. Nice chunk gain. Ideally, you want Evan Neal to get off on this block, but that's a tough ask. In a perfect world, with him and Tyree Phillips, you're able to get Tyree, because Tyree Phillips is going to have a better angle. That's a nice run play. Next play, we're going to put Ben Bredesen pull him, but we're going to pull him to the left. We're going to run some pin and pull. So we got a pin here by Chris Myrick. Now Bellinger is not able to pin 56 down like he would like. But he gets that outside, ride it. And then watch Andrew Thomas land. Let's take him off the screen. That's a good job. And then Ben Bredesen with the block of the day. Pull. Bredesen's riding this guy out here. Bam! Knock him off. I mean, that's a hit. I mean, let's watch that one time in full motion. Bam! Saquon makes a cut. Nice gain for the Giants offense. Next play. This is where the Ravens offense just stresses out a defense so much. So we have 6 blockers up front. We have how many defenders? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have every gap accounted for. But the Ravens just throw so much smoke and mirrors at you and pulling these guys. So you put the jet motion in here, right? So you bring in the jet motion. This running back comes out here like a lead blocker. That pulls out Dane Belton. The jet motion pulls out Jalen Smith. And then Ricard down blocking on O'Shane does a great job. Down block right here. Powers kicks this out. Adoree is chasing this jet motion. Just jet sweep. And then Lamar, must be nice. Must be nice to be running through this. Makes Julian Love miss. Whoop! Big gain. That's a big gain. And then here's the Mark Andrews touchdown. So Giants are in man coverage right here. Mark Andrews versus a corner and Fabian Moreau. I mean, this is just I can't be mad at Fabian Moreau for this. This is just Mark Andrews being Mark Andrews. Look at this release. No time for McKinney to get over the top. Unless McKinney just at the snap bails to the right, which he's not going to do. That's a touchdown. Watch this release. What wide receiver on our team can do this? Tony? Is he even on the roster? This is a tight end. Look how quick that is. Great footwork. Uses that right hand to bat, left hand swimming over. Catches it over the shoulder, bobbles it a little bit. And it feels like the game's over, 20-10. But it's not over. Back on offense. This is my favorite concept, play call from the day by the Giants, because it's mixing two of their better concepts. So 3rd down, 3rd and 4. And I want you to just look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All in a line. So, what is this concept? It's a mix of two. We've talked about on these film reviews a lot. What do the Giants love to run on 3rd down? Mesh, right? Well, we've got the mesh right here. And it gets this open if you want to throw this. Now, usually with mesh, you would have Marcus Johnson in this. Sit right here. Sit right here and occupy middle defender. But you get it versus man coverage, which this is a man beater play. And you also get a wave concept. What is wave? It's essentially mesh, but 10, 15 yards down the field. So now you have these two crossing. And good luck defending that if you're a defense. Seriously. See it from the other angle. I mean, it's like, unless you could just get 4 guys that just totally lock down in man coverage, or get pressure immediately, this is yards. I mean, if this ends up being covered where Jones gets to, well, guess what? We got belly right here. Like, even Queen, this slows down Wan'Dale. You could even throw the Slayton if you really want to. Great pocket up front. Like, look at this. Look at this pocket. Step up. Deliver a throw to Marcus Johnson. Guy's been on our practice squad. Just signed to the active roster. First down, New York Giants. Here, we've talked about a lot, the post wheel concept. We're going to see it up here. Wheel, post. Ideally, at some point, we're going to be able to throw it to one of these guys. But until then, it's just going to create space for other players. So the Giants, a lot of times in this, they have brought in someone here into this flat defender, and it's been left open. So you run the post wheel. It occupies these 2 defenders, right? You put Saquon on this route right here, occupies this defender, and then we're just working right here. You put Wan'Dale Robinson on this end, this basic, and I think he doesn't even really do a great job running this route. Like a little bit of route cell right here, but you may want to flatten this out a little bit. But again, he gets good separation. And we've occupied these defenders. We've occupied this defender. And this is the one we're reading off of. And I guarantee you this is an option route for Saquon. Like if this defender were to clear out, Saquon's going to turn this out. And you just get Wan'Dale for a nice chunk play. You see DJ's eyes. He's looking at post wheel. He's looking at this defender over here. Turn. Rip it. A little behind Wan'Dale, but good enough. A little bit of pressure. First down. And then the last play we're going to go through on offense, the Daniel Bellinger touchdown. You run this boot with the same stuff that we've ran to Tanner Hudson on this little corner route. But this time you bring Bellinger and Sills. I don't know if you necessarily want these guys in the same space. Now Sills, instead of just chasing, essentially running right behind Bellinger, like pops out here and occupies 56. Creates a window. We'll see if it's better from the other angle. But you run this play action. You've got 40 barreling down on you. And just a good job by Bellinger by not overrunning on this. Like this is good chemistry. And this is a rookie tight end playing in a 6th game. Like Jones, good job flipping the hips, making this throw. Bellinger doesn't overrun this. Catches it, protects it. Like that's something we talked about with Bellinger in the draft process. Is like this guy's a technician at catching the ball. Like catching a ball isn't just letting it land in your hands. Like grab that, I mean, perfectly. Pull it in. And Bellinger gets his 3rd touchdown in 6 games as a rookie. And this is just an awesome throw by DJ. Like, this corner's here. That's awesome. I didn't show the game leading touchdown because it's just Saquon running in it from the run. But we're gonna finish it off with defense. The two plays that changed the game. So bad snap. McKinney comes barreling down on this. He's blitzing anyways. Like look at this pre-snap, by the way. This is a 3rd and 6. We've got no safety deep. We've got everybody. So we're sending pressure. Like, this is a cover 0 look regardless. Like, we're sending 6. Tay Crowder's on the back, and then we've got man over here. So we're getting free rushers regardless. And McKinney's coming off the edge no matter what. And they were going to try and throw this little screen right here, but Belton and these, like, I don't think they're converting this regardless. I've said regardless 3 times in the last 30 seconds. But they screw up the snap. McKinney, Ricard, open. He says screw it. Julian Love, reading it. Picks it off. And then look at this on O'Shane Zimenez. O'Shane right here. Like, he knows I'm not getting to Lamar on this. So let me peel back. Ricard open. Even if Love's not here, O'Shane is breaking this up. See it from the other angle. While this is happening, this was just not breaking down film right now, but this was just such a cool moment. Like, when that snap happens, we're saying we got a chance. They're gonna have to punt. You know, we're gonna have the chance to go 75 yards. And at this moment, it's like, oh my God, we are actually gonna go 5-1 and beat the Baltimore Ravens. Nice swipe at the ball. Blocked by Leo. Blocked by Kayvon. Jump over this fool, Lamar Jackson. Make this guy miss. And then our old friend Kevin Zeitler there to make the tackle. And at this point, it's like, oh my, we're winning. We're going to win. And then here's the game-winning sack by Kayvon Thibodeau. So Giants are in man coverage. But they double. So you have the 2 high safeties. So McKinney, he's cheating over this way. So they have this slot fade. So just taking that away. And then who killed them all game? Mark Andrews. And I know we didn't show a ton of Mark Andrews plays. Sorry about that. So you got Belton in man coverage, but Love doubling Mark Andrews. And look where Lamar, look, Lamar's looking at this slot fade. It gets taken away. He wants to look over here. Mark doubled. And then we're going to see Kayvon from the other angle. Strip sack it. First of all, good job by Timon Fox. Like, look at Timon Fox push that pocket back. Make Lamar uncomfortable. Gets a little loosey-goosey with that ball. And then Kayvon. Hand swipe, hit him with a punch. Get those hands off of you. Like, look how quick those hands work. Man, get those hands off of you. And poke that ball out. Gets his first sack. Game winner. Let's get the ball. Big man can't get it. And Len Williams dives on it. Kayvon Thibodeau pushes our friend Kevin Zeitler. Hits the salsa. So good stuff, man. Giants are 5-1. It feels damn good. I'm very pumped for this next game versus the Jaguars. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. Maybe share it with a friend if you're feeling ever so generous. So we do appreciate you guys a ton. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, let's go Big Blue.